Hello friends. In this video I'm going to show you how to play a Larsen attack. Some of us used to play that's a secret weapon for the white. It starts with the opening b3. Uh, that b3 was played by the Danish grandmaster Bent Larsen in 1970s, and he was very successful using this b3 and then developed the bishop on b2 and take control of this diagonal. So against the move b3, the most common reply for the black is e5. D5 is also a possibility. We will look at both of those variations. Uh, the move e5 is called a modern variation against which white plays bishop to b2 and then knight to c6. So basically defending this bishop, defending this pawn. Uh, e3 from the white, that's also a book move, and then against the e3, the idea to play e3 is to develop this bishop at b5. So d5 here, that's also a book move for this opening, and then bishop to b5. So the idea behind this is to pin this knight and then try to and then capture uh, the pawn at e5. So bishop to d6 for the black, defending this bishop. Pause the video and let try to find out playing knight to f3 is a good idea or not. Ready? Right. Playing to f3 is not a good idea because what you're trying to accomplish here is to play f4. And if you play f3, you will be blocking the bishop, the pawn at f2. So here knight to e2, so you can now preparing your castle. Also the next move f4 will be coming. D4 is also a possibility, as well as c4. So white has a lot of control here and options here to play as per the black plays. From the black's perspective, you can play f6, but you can also play knight to f6. So say for example knight to f6, then castles for the white and castles for the black. And now f4 can be played, which if you capture it, then the knight can capture the pawn at f4 and the game continues. However, I would like to show you a Pashman gambit which you can play after the move knight to c6. You can immediately play f4 on this from this position. So the idea again here is to open the diagonal for the dark square bishop. We should also have we should also look at the move d5. So instead of playing e5, how should you play if black plays d5? That's called the classical variation of the Larsen attack. But here, instead of developing the bishop first, you develop the knight to f3. You develop the knight first at f3. So here knight to c6, and then now bishop to b2. So here the black can play h6 with, and then you play e3. So the idea again here is to develop the bishop on b5. So black can reply a6 to stop bishop coming onto the b6 square, b5 square, sorry. But then c4, where d takes c4 and then bishop takes c4. So you develop a bishop. So if you have a look at the positions here, from the white's perspective, both the bishops are very well developed and eyeing onto their respective diagonals. The uh, uh, white is also ready to castle, as well as the queen can also be developed either on f3 or f4. Whereas if you look at the black's position, a majority of its minor pieces are at the original are their starting positions and are yet to develop. So white has a lead in development, and that can prove very lethal. So from this position, black can play bishop to g4, but I don't think that's any issue for the white. White can easily develop the queen to some other positions like c2, or white can also plan some sort of sacrifice like the queen sacrifice, playing knight to g5, where if you capture bishop to d1, uh, a bishop to f7 check would be very lethal, and ultimately you will get the queen back at some point. So, friends, that's the entire theory of the Larsen attack. Uh, do play. There are lots of variations available. You can, if you don't plan this sacrifice, you can easily play something else. You can say from this position. Sorry, from this position, you can kick the bishop using h3, and when the bishop goes away, you can castle and you can continue playing for all those variations. So friends, let me know how you like this video, and to play the Larsen attack in your own games, and give me a comment back. Thank you, take care, bye bye.